All right. So what I think is very important is that even though, you've been listening to all the trainings, and as I was telling all of you a few minutes ago, there has been a lot of things that have been done at the beginning when we started the New Hope Wellness Group. However, and I'm gonna say it again, I don't want to talk to a specific person or point out people or make you feel that you're not working enough, because that's not the point. However, we've seen that inside of the New Hope Wellness, which is a good and great indicator on how things are going around, our partners, we've seen a decline on, the inviting people, commenting, tagging people under the post. So that's the reason why we're going to be training today on, taking specific steps to take action. And so as anything in life, it requires consistency. Dino and I, we were talking about different things in life just a few minutes ago. And I think that one of the key components of every single thing, whether it's business or working out or anything, is consistency. You cannot just say, I'm gonna go and invite 100 people this week, and then I forget about New Hope Wellness, the group, or I forget about building my business. So if you do that, let's say that you're gonna have like a great response the first week, but what's going to happen? I mean, it's not gonna matter if you just don't take care of those people, don't follow up, don't teach them, and then duplicate, because then what's gonna happen in 1, 2, or 3 months, you are gonna have no business. So that's what we saw in the past few weeks, and we decided to talk about more about action specific things that Dino's gonna just touch on it like deeply, and you're gonna be able to see how is that you also can keep consistency, because one thing is remembering to be consistent, but the other thing is the mindset, right? Because you can be desiring to do well in life in any area, and let's say you want to do well in New Hope in New Hope Global, but what is that thing behind that will keep you consistent? So there are many things that come into play. So Dino, back to you.
No. It's great things that we are starting with the way that everybody is joining in and starting to understand the things that we're gonna be first of all doing today. But on the other side, it's gonna be an interesting session today. So those of you guys who are just joining, welcome once again. I see people here from the UK, from Serbia, from Portugal, from Macedonia, from Czech Republic, and so on. So welcome everybody who is joining us in here tonight, for most of you guys. So as Danny just mentioned, we're gonna be covering a bit more today when it comes to the ATM, when it comes to Hungary here as well. Welcome as well. When it comes to the ATM, when it comes to the connection between your customers and how we actually put this in practice. But before we go into all those things, let's get started the way as we do every single week. Any questions? Feel free to put them down in the comments right now. What was happening over the last 7 days? Please put down in the comments any questions you guys might have. Hello to Croatia as well. Welcome. So some of the updates, some of the notifications. First one is those of you guys who are in Europe, those of you guys who hasn't been maybe like receiving products over the last, I would say 10 days or so. We have products in Slovenia in warehouse as of this morning. So some of them are already ready to go out today. Some of them are going to go tomorrow, and most likely majority of the back orders are going to be sent out in the next 2 days or so. So everybody should start receiving the products maybe by Thursday or Friday this week. Okay, so everybody, please let your customers know. I hope you've been in touch with them. We try to be in touch with them, but unfortunately, the biggest thing ever is always the personal relationship between you and your customer. So I'm gonna tell you one simple example, and I want to share this with you guys because it's important to understand that there is no, it's not a company, it's not a product, it's nothing that holds you and your customers together. You know what it is? It's you and the personal relationship between you and your customer. This is what it is. It's nothing else. I've seen that multiple times, like many times in my life, in any different directions. So you have to understand that when you have your customers asking you, oh, okay, so I'm already waiting for 3 days of the product, or you know what, I just can't get a customer, or whatever. Everything, it's personal relationship, guys. Everything, it's personal relationships. Like how you actually care for others and how you make them feel, that's what they're gonna do. That's why every time when you try to share all the beautiful links and all the videos and all those things, they don't work the way they should. Or I wouldn't say the way they should, because the way you expect them to work, but they don't. Because what works is the personal relationship and connection and the trust you build between you and your customers or partners, however you want to call them. So I want to share one on this specific part. I want to share one experience with you because, you know, as you know, we've been waiting, let's say, for example, for our products for the last close to 2 weeks right now. Since we actually got out of the last batch of the products we had in Slovenia, but of course we had them in other warehouses, but because we knew that the products are on the way, there is no point of us kind of like switching all those products around until they actually got to our warehouse in Slovenia. But here's what I'm gonna share with you. Like I've been involved in this, you know, in this profession for like 6 years or even like close to 7 years right now, and I've seen a lot of other things, and of course there's a lot of things I have never seen, and I'm gonna see them over the next, you know, years and so on. But there was a situation where I was with my entire team, and we had a little bit less than 10,000 product units outstanding, which means a little bit less than 10,000 product units were not delivered to customers, but that were paid for.
Wow.
Okay. And this was actually in the beginning of my journey. It was I was just about 2 years in the business. And I had about, like I said, a little bit less, like I still have it on my computer. If I would go and open it up, I think it was about 9,700 or something like that. So imagine, like, let me just go, like, imagine if you would have a base of customers right now that would wait for like about 9,700 bottles of Refine just on your team right now. I just wanted to bring this up for a second and just challenge your mind a bit to understand what things are like happening around and what things are possible and so on. Now, I want to ask you guys a few questions first. Question number 1. How is it even possible that you can get your customers and your members to order close to 10,000 units of the products before you actually even start delivering the other products? I'm challenging your mind right now. That's why I'm asking you these kind of questions. How is it possible that you would have in your team actually, like, let's say 10,000 bottles of Refine paid for and not being delivered?
Wow.
Why do you think? Why do you think, like, what is the thing that can make or break something like that?
Wow.
What is it?
It's leadership.
It's leadership and personal relationships, right?
Yes.
That's all what it is. I'm going back to what I said in the beginning, is the leadership and the personal relationships. People are trusting you. People are actually relying on you. If your customer doesn't get products for 3 days and is getting nervous and is getting like, oh, you know what, this is not good, like I'm not getting, it's you and your leadership that can actually make these things different. Okay, so I wanted to bring this up and talk about this a bit more, because for us, nothing is hidden. Like, I don't know if you understand what we do in this company and how we handle the things, but for us, nothing is hidden. We were always gonna tell you what's happening and how it is. But I'm just trying to give you my experience because you might be actually taking a lesson from it. And you might be even saying like, you know what, that's all right. Or you know, that's part of this. Like, I think it's possible. So back to this, 10,000, a little bit less than 10,000 units. Let me give you another thing. All those units were pretty much recorded personally by me.
Wow.
Which means I needed to handle the entire list to know, okay, person A had so many units outstanding, person B had so many units outstanding, person C has. Why? Because of course there was a system that the company knew how many units were paid for, but they had no clue who picked them up, who didn't pick them up, who got the products, who didn't got the products, no clue.
Wow.
Okay, so I had these long spreadsheets of names and the order numbers and all those kind of things where I actually needed to sort them. And then another thing. Let me give you another thing. And some of you are gonna say like, well, but don't talk about it. That's the old school thing, or however you want to call it. But it's not, because lessons are the same.
Mm-hmm.
So we had some people that had, like, let's say for example, 70 units or 80 units of the product outstanding. Okay, so now this is another challenge for you. Let's say you have on your team that you're handling right now close to 10,000 units that you need to deliver, and now the company delivers 500 units.
Wow.
Okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna handle that? Right? Are you gonna go exactly by the by the list, like, okay, this one paid the first one, so this one gets these units, this one pays the second one, this one gets these units, and so on? Or how are you gonna do it? Right? How are you gonna do it? And I know why I'm talking this here, because some of you can even relate to this, but I just want to bring you the real stuff here, guys. I just want to be really honest with you and real with you. These are like our life situations. Everyone in the business is actually going through it. And this is what makes us stronger. Mm-hmm. Every one of us. So what are you gonna do? You have 10,000 units outstanding and you get 500 units. How are you gonna do it? Right? Of course, there can be different strategies. Now, some of you are gonna say, well, I'm just gonna go, if this person is the first one that needs to receive it, they're gonna get it. The next one, third one. Yeah, that's great. That's perfect. That's how it should be. Right? But then you have to think about it. Okay, what about if I have 500 units, and out of these 500 units, I have 10 people who are on average out 40 units. Hmm. So now if I go by the list and I have this 10, everybody gets 40. That means I gave out 400 units and I have just 100 left. And I still have the other 9,500 people waiting because just 10 people collected majority of the units. Why I'm talking all these things, it's not even relevant right now to exactly what we do here, because we don't have this kind of issues, to be honest. But why I brought this up is because for you to understand that the relationships and what you do and how you work with people is gonna make or break anything you do in your life. Yeah, that's how it goes. So, and then if you're like thinking that way, so you're like, okay, so if I have so many units, I can't just give 400 units to 10 people. I need to figure out something else. And then you come back again as a human. You say, hey, you know what? What about if you ordered 40 units? What about if you just get 2 and the other one gets 2 and the third one gets 2? So at least you have something. But on the other side, we can also have another like 300 customers or something being able to get their own products as well. What about that? Right? But then it comes back again to, personal relationships, leaderships, and all those kind of things. So that's one of the things I wanted to share here with you. And the reason why I wanted to share it is because honestly, these last 2 weeks, or how I would say, and I'm not saying that to, because we never even experienced anything. Like we had maybe like 3 people asking when are they going to receive the products. That was all. Like honestly, I know that you guys been handling it greatly. That's the reason how it went. But what I was trying to explain to you is the power of these personal relationships, and where we always need to invest more and always think about it like, how can we get better in this part? Because it solves everything. It's gonna keep you customers, it's gonna bring you customers, it's gonna bring you partners, it's gonna keep you partners, anything you want, through being authentic, being real, and just having the right approach and the right connections. Okay, so we got products. Everybody's gonna get all the products out that were on back orders on this time. Alexander said that he can relate with this, because I understand also that, for example, we have some of the members here on this call that are actually from one of our early pre-launched markets that is actually getting more in place and is getting more things in place, so we'll be able to do more things even in the future. But that's how it is. That's how it is when you're starting from scratch, from zero, and you're trying to to go on a market from zero, from scratch, and being able to help so many people. And then obviously people understand that you're bringing something good, and then this starts growing like
Crazy.
Fast, like very fast, right? Then you get to the point where when your number of customers are not just doubling, when they are tripling, when they are like just like going like fast, right, Alexander? So anyway, we appreciate everybody of understanding, but on the other side also, we hope that everybody is just seeing like, okay, that's the lesson that is necessary to go through. So Gigi, I don't know about the Czech voice, if it's not working or if it is. I would guess it is. No one said anything so far. So I don't know if anyone else can confirm, maybe like Andre or Elżbieta or whoever is here on the call as well. I don't see it, but
ano, slyšíme český překlad.
I can hear you, Elżbieta, normally, but I don't know if it's.
What is Anna?
It's working. It's good. Okay, so maybe, thank you. So I guess maybe it's just maybe just something with maybe Gigi try to
Log out.
log out or come back in, or try to use maybe any other microphone or like the headset or something. I don't know. But thank you so much for bringing this up. Okay, so as we go through this part, the other thing what I wanted to share here with you guys is that we are in the final testings of basically launching our kind of like updated website. It's not going to make a big difference from the design standpoint, because it's going to be pretty much the same. We are not trying to make someone who just got used to the design to be completely like up and down and so on. But just wanted to bring this up to some of you that are here, because in the next few days, you might be seeing that there might be some different things, specifically when it comes to the ordering process. Instead of having like 2 steps, ordering process is going to be everything in 1 step. So even like one step less when it comes to that. And all those things is what we are doing is we are doing it through the last few weeks of the experiences, and being able to see what is great, what can be better, what can be improved, and so on, to just make better system for everybody. So that's what's going to be happening as well. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about the ATM, about how we can actually make some practical advices on that part. We're also going to actually create a challenge together. Are you guys ready for a challenge? Let's create a challenge together for everybody to just do the things and make the things the way that everybody's going to be like, okay, I'm comfortable with it. That's my speed, or that's my speed. So we're going to make 2 different speeds. Someone who have a little bit less time is going to have their own lane and their own speed, and then someone who have more time or want to do more, we're going to also create that kind of challenge for those of you guys.
The fast lane.
Okay, the fast lane, if you wanna say so. So okay, let's just go to our screen for a second to see. Okay, there was a question. There was a question here real fast, and I can answer to this one. So let me see if I can show you guys that.
You're muted for a second.
Give me guys a sec. Let me see if I can show you that for a second. Yes, I have it here. Okay. All right. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that as we go to the. Let me sure. I'm just trying to bring this up, guys. So okay, you guys have it. Okay, you guys can see the screen. So this is the new. It's, you can see it's pretty much the same, right? There is no any difference really. It's pretty much the same. But like when it comes to that, but there is one major thing, way faster. It's like like when you try to open something, you can see just opening just like click. It's way faster because we've been working on like optimization and to speed up the website. That was one of the first and important points on that. So you can see it is way faster. Now, the second thing that you're gonna see up here, let me see if you can see it. It's the language here, okay? So because there was a question, if there's going to be a different language. So yeah, you're gonna be able to, like, let's say if you wanna see it in Czech.
And let's see the comments on the translation.
So, well, yeah, I mean, you know, translation, it's not like word by word, but it's combined through different, like, you know, word use translators to be able to show it like a real-time translation. But yeah, you're gonna be seeing, like, for example, you know, if you wanna see like Czech translation, you're gonna be seeing it, you know, if you wanna see like, you know, whichever other, let's say if you wanna see Hungarian translation, you're gonna be able to put it on as well, and you know, and see it, and then you're gonna be able to go to, like, let's say, you know, to our mission vision, and you're gonna be seeing it here as well. So yeah, this is all gonna be there as well. Let me go back to English so I don't get lost. Okay. Okay, but yeah, it's gonna be there. Like I said, there's going to be some more things that we're gonna be, you know, talking over the next weeks if needed on this part. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Okay, so let me bring this up, the other slide here. Okay, let's see real fast who rank advanced over the last 7 days. So we have quite some great rank advancements here when it comes to the new ranks. We have 2 of the new 1-star partners as of today. This is, as you can see, one person went from partner to 1-star, and the second one as well, you know, from participant, or I would say partner to 1-star partner. So we have 2 1-star partners. Please help me clap for them and congratulate them. I hope they're here with us. And then we have someone which is, you can see, Maria Bertic, that went from 1-star to 3-star partner. Okay, so basically 2 ranks in matter of the last 7 days. And then we also have Ruth Fredericks that actually went from 3-star partner to 4-star partner in the last 7 days. So, which is pretty exciting to see all those things happening. And you know, there are days and weeks where we have a lot of like a low-star partners coming up, new ones, and then there are some days where you can see like that right now, where we have a little bit higher ranks coming up and so on. And this is all the progress. Okay, this is all the progress that needs to happen. So congratulations once again, everybody, to achieve those kind of ranks. So there is one thing I wanted to mention here, and that's something that we also discussed with Danny just a few minutes before this training. It's something that I believe it's very important for everyone to kind of address before we actually go into our ATM training and any of those kind of questions and so on. And I would like to stress this out to everybody, because this is who we are. Okay, this is who we are as a company, and we are not going to change things like that when it comes to that. And what this is that we allow people in our company to really be who they are.
Yes.
To find their own purpose and to actually be able to thrive. Okay, and why am I bringing this up? Because lately there's a lot of things happening around where people are, just like being, how I would say, just, pushed in different ways. Like, if you don't do that, you're not going to get that. Or like, through the experiences we had in these specific industries, like that if you haven't, done exactly by the rule or something like that, you needed to, like, you've been punished or whatever, or something like that. And there was a conversation that came up, and I want you to really listen to this specific next few minutes before we go into the ATM. There was a conversation that came up, and someone was asking, why does many people like trying to look for, to work from home, and they start something, and then after 2 weeks they find something else. And then after 3 weeks, they find another thing again. And then after 3 months, everybody is doing like, okay, are you guys familiar with what I'm entering and what I'm talking here? Okay, so there has been this question coming up lately, and like, why is this happening? Why are people doing all those kind of things, and they're trying to find different kind of shortcuts and so on. I'm going to give you 2 answers.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them are 100% right, and none of them are 100% correct. I mean, none of them are 100% wrong. Plus, there might be some other ones. But in my opinion, these are the 2 major ones. The number 1 reason why people are looking for so many different ways of making money from home, because people are struggling. Guys, like, they are not making money. If people are not making money, how are you gonna prevent them to go and try to find for something else if they are not making money? It's like, at the end of the day, everything what we do in this world requires money, unfortunately, right? Even if we are full of love, even if we are full of compassion, even if we are like full of like all the best wishes, whatever you want to say. Yes. At the end of the day, when I entered the store, I don't know about you guys, but I never had the experience to enter the store and had a full shopping cart and got to the counter and say, hey, you know what? I don't have money today, but I'm full of love. Like, I'm really, really, really appreciating you working here. Can I just take the shopping cart and go home? Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. It does not. So for me, when I see people doing these things, for me, this is alarm that they're struggling, nothing else. It's alarm for us to understand, okay, Danny, you went to 3 different opportunities over the last 3 months.
6, actually.
Or 6 or whatever, right? So why is that so? Yes, maybe Danny is looking for a shortcut. But even if she's looking for a shortcut, the number 1 reason why she's looking for it is because she's struggling.
Yes, because
she needs to pay her bills.
Probably cannot accomplish or make it with what I have right now.
Exactly, right? You need to pay your bills, or you have something coming up that you simply need to add it to your budget to be able to go through the month. Mm-hmm. Right? And I just want you guys to hear that and to understand that. For me, that's the major reason why people are trying to figure out any possible way to go through their month, So the reason why I wanted to say that, and before we go to the second point that I said that I have 2 points to share with you, is Because if they're struggling, they're going to be looking for many things, right?
Yes.
But on the other side, what is important to understand is they need support. They need support.
They don't need somebody that's judging them.
You know, that exactly. They don't need someone that's judge them. They don't need someone to come and say, hey, you know what? Yesterday you worked with me. Today you're working with someone else. You're just not focused. You're just not doing the right things. That's not what they need. You know what they need? They need love. More love you give them, more they're going to feel loved. And I'm telling you right now, if you give them enough love, they're going to start feeling loved. And when they're going to start feeling loved, they're actually going to start asking even more questions and become more committed.
Mhm.
Remember what I said in the beginning, everything is personal relationships. And if you build this personal relationship the right way, they are gonna stick with you. But other than that, they won't, because they're struggling. If you cannot show them how to actually go through the month by cover their costs, it's normal. It's normal why they are going to be struggling that way. So at this point, what I said before is we are who we are and we follow the principles and we are not going to change that.
Mhm.
What do we mean with that as New Hope Global as a company? We mean that we are not this kind of company that is gonna come and say, you know what, my member has just joined another company as well. Or my member is just trying to do beside New Hope Global, they're also trying to, you know, I don't know, like even do whatever, or like they're trying to have 3 more jobs or whatever. I told you what's the reason most of the times, right? So that's for me, you know what does that means for me? To be honest, if someone says, you know what, I'm a New Hope Global customer, I'm a partner, but I'm also doing so many other things besides, you know what that means for me? Can I be very honest with you guys? That means we have to do better. That's all what it means to me, and it always meant to me that way. If someone is struggling and we cannot identify, because honestly, we can't be everywhere. Like many times people are struggling and we don't know they're struggling.
Because they don't say anything.
Exactly.
They're embarrassed.
Exactly. They don't say anything because they feel that we're going to judge them.
Or kick them out, or the company is going to terminate them.
You know. So that's it. I know it's like a hard topic to be, and it was not meant to be like, you know, that's some of you guys are gonna be like right now, like what do I do? It's like, you know, but
I also have a point, or
Yep.
before you end up. So
Yep.
go ahead.
yeah. So I just wanted to say that from the company side, that everybody is always welcome here, but on the other side, we have to do better every single day in order for us to be able to serve people the way they need and deserve. Okay, and everybody of you guys as partners needs to have this mindset as well. You know, there is just specific time where you can limit people's minds and lead them with the fear. But then if you lead with abundant mindset
Mhm.
and with the mindset of freedom, and always be open and always tell them, like, look, like when people say, well, the grass is not green on the other side.
Mm.
You know what? It can be. Because if the other side is watering the grass more than you do, they're going to have better grass than you have. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So when people say, well, why are you just trying to do something else? The grass is not green. Maybe it is, because they're getting more water on the other side. So always, like every time, I just wanted to bring this up because I know some of you are experiencing that. Some of you are experiencing that you're having this kind of conversations or this kind of things happening. But my challenge to you is always ask yourself, what do I do that the environment around my organization, my partners, my team have the best conditions to grow, right?
So I think that the last part that I want to add to this is, don't think that we are promoting as well that, you should have different opportunities. However, let's say, I'm just gonna take a simple example. Let's say that I have a regular job. And I have New Hope Wellness. I mean, New Hope Global. I'm sorry for confusing the group name with our company, but and then, maybe I am doing something else with a company that's not even network marketing, or maybe it is. And I have had this for years or for a couple years, and it's an income. It'll be very irresponsible on our part to just make people to only do what we want them to do for one instance. But secondly, we will never promote that you go and find 10 opportunities and diversify. That's not the way to go. If it happens because you are needing to supplement your income and you already had that from the past, or maybe you recently got something else to do, because honestly, you are not doing so well with New Hope Global, which is, why we're here to help you. But, we're not here to judge you and tell you stop doing this, not at all. But we want to make you aware that once you focus on one thing, let's say that you have a regular job and some other gigs aside, and you have New Hope Global, if you focus and if you follow through, of course, we need to, as leaders, give support to people like what the example that I'm explaining. If you have support, if you follow through, then New Hope Global is going to have the biggest income than your regular job. But do not leave your job yet. Just don't, because I did that in the past and it was not good. I'm not gonna enter into the entire experience, but until you can double or triple your income with New Hope Global, then think about leaving your job, but not yet, okay? So if you have another source of income, let's say it's another network marketing company. I'm just gonna say it with the heart. We think in abundance. Just do not mess up, don't mess with your New Hope Global business. Don't try to just go and teach people to do two businesses. Maybe for some people it works, but it usually never does. So if you're doing two things separately, or three or four, which I don't recommend, don't mix them together. We're not gonna come and terminate you, but I'm gonna tell you from the heart, I would not like to see that you take members from New Hope Wellness into another opportunity, because that's not honest. That is not something that long-term is going to be good for you. But let's say that you don't. Let's say that you keep, your job or whatever you're doing. But our goal here is not to judge you, but to help you grow New Hope Global. And as we grow, you will grow, and you will see that when you focus on one thing, of course, the support around you, without us judging anybody, if anybody is doing something else, you're gonna see how much stronger you will be as a person of integrity, but not only that, but as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and this leads actually to my second point. So basically the first point, why are they doing that? Is because they're struggling, because they need an income. But the second thing is because they are not aware of understanding of the focus, and that everything takes time. This is the second point, and it's like a big point, like everything in life. How many times, let me ask you guys a question. Is anyone here who wanted to lose weight over the last 1 or 2 years? Please put 5 down in the comments if you're one of those that wanted to lose weight in the last 1 or 2 years.
555.
Oh, come on. Okay. I guess this is like a trivia question pretty much, right?
Maybe
Like everybody is gonna put 5 in. So okay, so when you're trying to lose weight, what is your first step always? You put it in your head, okay, this is my goal. This is what I need to do. I need to go and work out every week 5 times, or every week 3 times. I have to change my eating habits. I have to do this kind of things, right? And then you start. And then you do the first, you do the second, you do the third one. And then after 2 weeks or even less, you start going like, I don't need 5 times. I can just do 3 times. I can just do 2 times. I don't have time today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow it's crazy busy. I can't do it, and so on. And you know why you stop doing it? At the end of the day, it's not that you are not committed. You know what it is? It's the lack of the results. Because you didn't see results too fast. Like you wanted to have results yesterday. You wanted to lose your 10 kg in 2 days. But it didn't happen.
It doesn't go that way.
You see what I'm saying? So when people are not seeing results, it's not that they are not committed. Those are different stories. Who are not committed, they won't even start.
Yeah.
Okay? But when you start, it means you're committed. You have made up your mind, I'm gonna go for it. But you have not seen the results. Like fast enough to be able to put you back and say like, you know what? I am going to keep going. So this is the second point. Lack of focus and expecting results yesterday. And that is the reason why. So anything you do, that's my honest like advice to everybody. Anything you do, give it time. If you don't give it time, just don't even do it. Like honestly, just don't do it. Like if you cannot give appropriate time to be able to do anything in your life, just don't do it. It's gonna just make you like even like more think about, can I even do it? You're gonna start doubting in yourself just because you don't give yourself enough time and enough opportunity. So again, our goal here is to just share the life experiences and being able to guide you and give you advice as much as we can and create this kind of environment for everybody. Okay. All right. So I know I forgot to mention one thing, and we need to mention that before we actually, because this ATM thing is going to be great kind of like end up of this training and conversation. But some of you have been asking about the NH Global Change and, you know, what are we doing and you know, how are we doing it and all those kind of things. And when we started this company, it was because one of the big things was to be able to change a lot of things in this world. And what is the best way to change the things? Is to have the community step together and do it together, right? That is the best way to change the things. Like one individual cannot change the world, but the group can do many things. And that's what we are creating, right? We are creating the, you know, the group of members, community that can do many things. No, I'm going to ask you a question here, kind of like quickly to kind of like do a bit of survey to see from you guys. So what we are doing right now and what the NH Global Change is doing is we are starting our first project. Okay, and you know, we can share more things later on and so on, but just wanted to mention it, not to forget it here. So as you know, world is where it is right now. The things are like up and down, like in many areas. And first of all, we have had in our community, and we have some great people from Ukraine. Okay, also some of our members are like, you know, not just customers, but also like partners, 1-star partners, even 2-star partners that are part of you know, our community and so on. And one of our missions of NH Global Change as a foundation, as a, you know, as a charity organization, if you want me to say so, is to change things on our own, which means when we find the need and you know, we're gonna go for it, and we're just gonna offer it to the community to say like, hey, what do you guys think? You know, is that something that we would like to support and make it, right? So what we have done right now is NH Global Change is donating 1,500 euros to get started in Ukraine through our community members. okay, through the members that are part of New Hope Global community. So we are donating this. We already did the half of it. The other half is also going to be there in the next days for them. So basically 1,500 euros to get started with is actually going to start changing things in the community through the community members. Instead of like, you know, going through any different kind of non-profit organizations and, and you know, you never know how this goes or who is really getting this help or something
we
like
don't
that,
judge.
right? Exactly. We are not judging. We just feel that we can do that. You know, we just feel that we can simply like go in and make things happen and show everybody here in the community why and how these things are going. So in the next weeks, what we are going to be doing it is we are actually going to be through this first feedback and through this first response that we are doing right now, and you know, having our community members helping us inside Ukraine to be able to see what kind of impact we can do on the field in these specific circumstances. We are going to be able to actually showcase you and for you to be able to see what we can do together. And this is our goal going forward. Every time we're going to have projects like that to showcase them and to show you what is possible. And then through our community, we're going to be able to say like, you know, exactly the same, like people are buying the products, the same as people are saying like, I'm going to donate extra 50 cents or extra euro or whatever. We're going to be able to create different projects. So at the checkout, people will be able to choose, okay, I want to do this for Ukraine. I want to do this for this country or for this project or something like that. And we're going to be start also like doing like the website specifically for that. That is going to be showcasing and, you know, like giving live updates on the things and so on. So that is one big thing that it was created the same day that the company was created, because this is like something that we always wanted to do it on a, you know, on a big part and making sure. So I just wanted to mention that to you guys, that this is going to be happening and that we started it just a few days ago, and you're going to be seeing more and more things happening from this side. Those of you guys who are here on the training, I would just advise to do one thing. Go to our New Hope Global partners or New Hope Wellness Facebook group, whichever. There is a post that our member from Ukraine, Alitsa, posted just this morning, and you know, she gave a little bit more like the insights, not you know, just to kind of like everybody understand that, you know, what we are doing and so on, and just, you know, give her some words of encouragement and support, and you know, because we really appreciate what she's doing and everyone else and so on. So I just wanted to bring this up to everybody to understand this part as well. Okay. All right, so I hope you guys are excited about some of the things that are happening and will keep happening all around the world, to be able to, you know, not just refine you know, people's body and people's mind and so on, but really on the other side to be able to impact those kind of things. Plus, of course, we're also gonna be donating products from the company side for, you know, for people there that they're going to be able to you know, to have extra nutrition and all those kind of things. So all those things are going to be happening as well, so you can be sure of that. Okay, ATM. So Danny, let's talk about something that, you know, we've been like going through over the last weeks when it comes to the ATM, and of course we're gonna do this challenge over the next minutes as well. But here's what we wanted to share with you today when it comes to the ATM. I hope you guys know what ATM is. Okay, if you do not know what ATM system is, please go back to the training from last week. We have done the training. We have shared like the entire like the process and the system, how it goes and so on. Okay, but on the other side, what is important to understand is just everything what we spoke today. Focus, consistency, expecting results, but keep doing it. Okay, so just in short, and then I'm gonna let Danny kind of like just explain to you what is happening and what should be happening. Here are just a few things. First of all, even if we see that the activity from the Facebook groups, like Danny said before, are even like maybe like less than they've been like a month or two before. The entire, number of customers, number of partners, all those kind of things is growing. Oh, by the way, I don't know if we mentioned, like we are way over 4,000 partners already inside the company. 5,000. It's just been growing fast, so it's kind of like I guess we are not going to be tracking every 100 anymore, every 1,000, because the community keeps growing so fast right now. But it's just amazing. It's just been amazing to see. So on the ATM side, it's important to understand a few things. Even like I said, if those things are kind of like maybe like not like on the group side, maybe for some of you, like not seeing so many new members inside, what's happening is bringing all this attention all around, all the testimonials, all the experiences that are being shared in so many different ways on social media and so on to do that. So what we are gonna do is, like, I'm gonna let Danny just to give you just a bit of explanation step by step. Very simple. What everybody of you should be doing on this ATM part, everybody who is here, if you wanna like apply it and go for it, and then we're gonna create a challenge together, okay?
Got it. So first of all, we start with conversations, right? I don't know if you want to put the ATM chart on it or not.
No, I think we have done last week on the training.
Simple and easy. If you don't know what that is, go to the last training inside of our Facebook group. You need to request to join that group. Of course, on the New Hope Wellness, somebody needs to invite people, but on the New Hope partners, you need to request, not anybody else. Let's say that you have leaders, ask them to go and request to join. So with that said, a lot of conversations, that's what needs to happen before you add them, before you go in and start adding people inside the groups. Simple and easy. Let's say you have 5 conversations. I want to tell you, to have 10 conversations is tough. I'm not going to say that it's super easy. It can take you somewhere from 1 to 2 to 3 hours. So we're going to have an ATM challenge, but let's say that you have 5 conversations and you have 5 people say, okay, so add me inside the group. Simply, you go inside the group, New Hope Wellness, and you invite these 5 individuals. Already you've been talking to them and they say, yes, it's okay. That stands for aid, which is add. Then you're going to go inside and you're going to tag them. And I'm going to encourage you, if you are one of those that likes to share information, go and create posts so you can tag those people inside of your post. But if you don't, go inside of the group, and once they're inside, ask them to see if they receive the invitation. And once they accept them, let's say that, our group is checked 3 times a day. So let's say that you add them, and maybe in the morning you add them, in the afternoon you see and you check and they already accepted the invitation. So you need to follow up for them to accept the invitation and then make sure they're inside the group. Now that they're inside the group, you need to tag them underneath 1, 2, or 3 posts. I will do 1 post because you don't want to do like 10 at a time. Maybe you want to do 1 and 2 or 2 because they're interested about different things, but I will not do more than 2. Let's say that you tag them, go follow back with them and ask them if they saw the tag in the group underneath the post. If they say yes, then go and just continue the conversation, and that stands for M, which is message. Add, when you add them, tag, when you tag them underneath the post, and message. And this is simple, but it requires efforts from your side. You cannot just go and add 20 people or 100 people because this is not going to work. Don't do that. Go and have the conversations. And now Dino is going to give you the challenge that we have, because this is going to really create a huge change in your organization and your teams. And we're going to see who's working. We're going to, and I'm not saying this because I'm I'm getting on your case or I'm trying to just make you work more. No, but we're going to see who is actually inviting the most people. Every single day, if you're going to invite more than 10 people, make sure that you tell your upline or that you're actually talking to these people. But if you're not, do not invite them because they're not going to be accepted. So, what's the challenge?
Okay, so here's the whole purpose of today's training. Like in just in the next 3 minutes, you're gonna actually understand the whole purpose of today's training. The first one is we cannot expect results without taking action. That's just as simple as that, okay? You cannot expect results without taking action. The second thing is important to understand that if you are not committed, that means if you are not consistent in doing the things, the results are not going to be seen. So what we want to do is we want to give you just a simple assignment that is going to hold you accountable. Okay, that is going to hold you accountable to be able to see it. So here's what we're going to do. Let me put it here on the screen. Okay, we're gonna do two ways. Okay, so let me do here. Let me just do here. Like it doesn't really matter how we call it. I just put it here, slow, fast. Okay, and I'm just gonna explain to you really simple. Let me just even put it a bit bigger here on the screen. Okay, I hope you guys can see it. So ATM challenge. We're gonna do one or another. You can pick. You can do slow or you can do fast. It's up to you. I'm just giving you here for better understanding. So if you're gonna do the slow way, let's say that you just don't have more than like 30 minutes or an hour a day of being able to focus on your New Hope Global business, just take a slow route. That doesn't mean you're not gonna have success. That doesn't mean you're gonna have results. I can guarantee you, if you just keep doing your slow way every single day, you're gonna have more results than 98% of the people doing nothing on a daily basis. Like when it comes to like, even if they take massive action for 3 days, but then they don't do anything for 5 days, you doing slow but steady is gonna win you this race. I can guarantee you that. So the reason why I've put this on is like, can you see that if you do 5 new contacts per day for the next 60 days, you are gonna have 300 new contacts getting proper information what New Hope Global is all about. 300, guys, 300 contacts are gonna get the proper information. No, of course, if it's the fast way, then you're just gonna double it. Then you're gonna have 10 new contacts per day and you're gonna have 600 contacts in the next 60 days hearing this information. And here's, I'm not gonna give you like any like specific statistics because it can be very different, but I'm just gonna tell you guys, if you do this right, you don't need to know anything. If you just keep doing the things what we are teaching you in the next 60 days, if someone is following this challenge, yeah, I expect that someone who is going to go to 300 contacts doing the ATM challenge should have, and this is not guaranteed, you know, it can be less, it can be more, but I'm just going to give you my minimum expectations, what I think is going to happen. I think you're going to have at least 30 new customers in the next 60 days.
Yes.
With the slow way. With the fast way, probably 60 plus. No, my question to everyone here, because you guys are going to say like, well, you know, that's just like you guys are just saying something that's just, you know, something that it's just, no, it's not. Like I'm telling you, if you apply this principle, it is gonna change your life. It's gonna change your life to better. And no, if I'm gonna ask you, how many of you would like to have, let's say 30 new customers in the next 60 days, put 3 in the comments. How many of you would like to have 60 new customers? Put 6 in the comments. And then everybody is gonna say like, well, I would like to have, you know, I would like to have 30, I would like to have 60. Right? You see, here's the point. Everybody here's the goal. but needs to go through the challenge to reach the goal.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? It needs to go through the challenge to reach the goal. So here's what I want us to do. As you see this challenge, and you know, I'm sure that you've taken off the information and so on, but here's what I want us to do. We're gonna be working with our IT at least to be able to do something that you will be able to track yourself. It's not really about us. It's not us tracking you. It's about you tracking you. You see what I'm saying? It's about you tracking you, because that's where the most important part goes. When you try to go and lose the weight, it's no one else that's going to be tracking you. It's you that need to get yourself to go running or to, you know, go to the gym or whatever. It's you, not no one else. You see what I'm saying? So what we will do is, I hope we can do that in the next day or two. I think it shouldn't take us too much time. We're going to just create something where you will need to apply, or I would say upload your daily ATM sheet every single day before the end of midnight. Okay, we'll try to find a way, either however it's gonna be, just give us like a day or two, maybe like latest that we can all start this challenge might be like on the 15th or something like that. We're gonna keep you posted, but we wanted to share this with you and have you being ready for it. Okay, but we're gonna create something that you will simply see, okay, I missed the last 2 days, I missed the last 3 days, I haven't uploaded that, I haven't done that. So because of that, I might not be expecting that kind of results. Okay, so as we go, let's see that. How many of you would like to do this kind of challenge, or you think you have your members that would like to do this kind of challenge? Put number 0 in the comments if you feel, or you know that you have some members on your team that would like to do this kind of challenge.
And can we see the fast pace?
And yes, there are 2 ways. You know, you can do slow, you can do fast. Like I said, we're gonna try to create something like that everybody who will go inside will be able to actually choose which way they want, and then based on that, they're also gonna get all those things getting out and all those kind of things. Okay, like I said, give us like a day or two to pack this whole challenge together the way that is going to be ready for everybody. But what do you guys honestly think is gonna happen if majority of you go and follow these kind of things?
It's gonna be incredible,
right? What's gonna happen over the next 60 days if we all follow this challenge, right? Some of you are just doing like, okay, that might be an interesting thing, right? I would say at least interesting thing, right? To say the least, what can happen. So yes, I believe these are the things that are important. You know, it's not just about the theory, but it's putting theory in practice. One of our good friends, Fraser Brooks, you know what he said? He said people have 2 legs, the left leg and the right leg.
That's right.
And they cannot walk just with one.
That's right.
They can't move forward just with one. So that's why they need to use 2 legs. And he said, here's how you need to understand everything you do in life. 1 leg is the theory, and the second leg is practice. And everything you learn in theory, you put in practice. You do the theory, you put in practice. So imagine as you walk, left side, theory, right side, practice, left side, theory, right side, practice, right? And you just go through it, right? If you do not apply both of them, you're most likely just gonna be standing on specific spot, and you can just keep going in circle, because 1 leg is just gonna keep moving in circle, because the second one is going to be stuck. So that's one of the reasons why we said today here is we have to put all those things that we learned over the last weeks into practice, because otherwise some of you are going to be stuck in circle. Okay, so it's important to understand this part. So anyway, we appreciate you. We thank you so much for all the things happening all around. I hope you guys are getting more and more great information. And like as we keep adding things and expanding and putting all those things together, like I'm super excited about the NH Global Change, specifically for what's happening right now on this part in Ukraine. And I know that a lot of people actually came to us and they actually asked, like, if there is a way we can actually just donate. And I'm like, you know what, let's just figure out something that is gonna make a lot of sense for everybody in the community. And yeah, we are excited to be able to see this going and keep happening. So thank you so much, everybody, being here. We appreciate you. Thank you, Kate, for your translations as well. And we'll see you again next Tuesday at the same time at the same link. Those of you guys who are 2-star partners and above, we see you tomorrow for another leadership training at 7 o'clock. So if you're not 2-star partner yet, you better go get there, because there's some valuable training every single week on Wednesday happening. Okay, thank you. Bye.